Greetings, this is Emily from UniEdit, and I'd like to welcome you to this UniEdit video. How about publishing in a cross-disciplinary journal? Broad range of fields. Diversifying your research by encompassing a broader range of fields strengthens your research profile, and it increases your chances of future employment by showing that you can collaborate and think laterally. Therefore, publishing in a cross-disciplinary journal is an effective strategy. One way to achieve this is by working on projects that span complementary fields. This exposes you as a researcher to different outlets for your research. Another approach is applying for research funding that focuses on connecting research and industry, such as the Australian Research Council Linkage Grant Program. These awards fund research with applied industry context, thereby exposing academics to collaborators outside of academia and improving the potential outreach of the research. Practical example for life sciences. Within the life sciences, it is common for researchers to borrow ideas and methods from other fields to create a cross-disciplinary or interdisciplinary approach. Ecology studies, for example, often incorporate one or more of the following: statistics, mathematics, physics, chemistry, genetics, hydrology, meteorology, climatology, engineering, geography, and even the social sciences. While much of this work can target similar scientific journals, each field has its own subset of journals in which to publish. Therefore, working with academics in these fields exposes you to a wider range of publishing opportunities. For example, if your research is on understanding the bioaccumulation of toxic compounds in waterways, you could take an interdisciplinary approach by broadening the study to look at the knock-on effects of this process, such as the effects it has on species diversity within food webs. Such as an interdisciplinary study would probably need to incorporate cell biology, biochemistry, ecology, mathematics, geography, and statistics. Therefore, your immediate research network could potentially incorporate academics from these fields, each of which has its own target journals. This would expose your research to more diverse research outlets. What do cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary mean? There are technical differences between the various terms that indicate the combining of disciplines. Here they are in order from least to most integrative. Cross-disciplinary describes a study that views or interprets one discipline from the perspective of another. In the example we used previously in this video, this might mean interpreting the consequences of bioaccumulation from the perspective of ecology. A multidisciplinary study involves people from different disciplines working together and combining their respective experiences. So in the example again that we used before, you might have a biochemist, an ecologist, a physicist, and a geographer all combining and contributing their own skills and knowledge to the project. An interdisciplinary study integrates knowledge and methods from two or more fields and synthesizes them. Many proteomics and genomics studies do this. Finally, the most integrative type is transdisciplinary studies, in which several fields are combined to create a new integrated field. How should a manuscript be written differently for a cross-disciplinary journal? When writing for a cross-disciplinary journal, it is important to bear in mind that your readers may be from a wide range of fields. It is, therefore, a good idea to minimize your use of technical jargon and abbreviations as much as possible, and to provide clear definitions for such terms when it is not possible to avoid using them. Including a list of abbreviations at the beginning or end of the article, if the journal allows it, can be a good way of helping your readers to understand the text, since they may be unfamiliar with even the most common abbreviations used in other fields. A good way to get a feeling of what kind of technical terms are likely to be unfamiliar to readers from other fields is to talk to academics from some of these fields, especially those who have not engaged in much interdisciplinary research. You might be surprised to learn of how many of the terms that feel obvious and familiar for you will be unheard of for them. Some emerging cross and interdisciplinary fields of research. The life sciences lend themselves to cross and interdisciplinary research since life is inherently complex and it's multifaceted. Some emerging cross-disciplinary fields in the life sciences are proteomics, genomics, enzymology, the cognitive and behavioral neurosciences, environmental change biology, epidemiology, and many aspects of environmental research, such as invasive biology. Some emerging fields, such as research into various aspects of decision-making or resource management at the society level, may not even have a specific name yet, but combine aspects of many different fields and are becoming increasingly important. The importance of interdisciplinary research. In addition to increasing your access to publishing opportunities, it is worth considering the increased impact and relevance to society your research will have if it is more interdisciplinary. We live in a complex world, and in general, the broader and more integrative your approach to research, the more likely you are to obtain findings that will be useful and have a beneficial impact on the world. Once again, this is Emily from Unit Edits. Thank you for watching. Check out our website and have a wonderful day.